Hey guys, so we're finally back for the new series that I promised that I was going to talk about, which is titled American Horror Story What If. Now, in this series, we will discuss events on American Horror Story that could have happened, that will happen, and that what could have alternated that could not make it happen. We focus so many important factors going into this new series, such as the different placements of where the events might affect future events, such as how Mallory reversed time to head back to the time of when Michael didn't do the apocalypse, or even a mixture of those things. Upon certain research, I found out some of you guys are still involved with American Horror Story and still have so much high hopes for the future of the anthology. Some of the subscribers that I have, you guys are such amazing people. You guys came up with such brilliant ideas that I couldn't come up with my own. And every week or year, that whenever time somebody leaves a comment or even an idea, it's always good to spread those ideas and to make their presence known. As a YouTuber, it's my job to always put people in the spotlight, especially when they have such amazing ideas. And for this series, we will do just that. You guys could always subscribe to the channel and leave comments of what you might think some alternative things might be. So there is a theory that one of my subscribers, which he will get his shout out by the end of the video, I wanted to bring some of his questions and ideas to light, and I think I'm gonna speak on it. And let me know what you guys think. Like I always say, you guys can leave a comment down below of what makes you guys think about his theory. But I really think his theory and his what if American Horror Story episode 1 of my series stand out. He said one of them. He said that, one, if Lana Winters went to Camp Redwood, so a connection between Asylum as well as American Horror Story 1984. That would be pretty cool, I believe, knowing that Lana Winters went to Camp Redwood and became this famous, journalist based on the background of the Camp Redwood massacre that has happened. And from that experience, since that day, she wanted to fulfill her destiny to become a reporter, thus landing her in Briarcliff. That would have been an amazing connection. I think that's one of my standout theories, what if, that he pointed out, and I think that was an amazing idea. That would also connect Camp Redwood with the different sightings that we saw back in 1984, where we saw the realtor from season 5 was buying the different properties of these significant famous places that we've been through in the previous seasons. That would also fit in certain questions about, was Briarcliff shut down, or was it brought by someone even higher bidder? Because we knew there were auctions throughout the certain 60s and 70s, which thus will explain what ended up happening in the first place. That was the first theory that he had, which I gave he or she perfect points for that, and that would fit the mindset of when Lana Winters ended up creating her son, and by her being attacked by a serial killer and end up giving birth to the serial killer's child, the child started thinking just like the father, and thus creating the cycle of what 1984 was trying to mention, where it's sex and all these other things that drove people to be more madness. Another theory that he mentioned that I think was such another phenomenal thing, he said that what if the aliens had something to do with Roanoke instead of, the witches. That could also be a small factors. I could see it depends on what type of aliens, because we know that we had American Horror Story, you know, double feature, as well as an asylum, which will also be another connection. An asylum, we saw that the aliens in asylum, I liked them better because they were like a representation of angels or even gods of the American Horror Story universe. And if that were to be true, that would mean that, you know, you have different deities that they don't follow the laws of good and evil. They just play around with humans matters to see if we're like trustworthy or not. Like that would be a perfect factor into that. And I think that's another idea. And but then again, that will also alternate, was it the aliens, because we did saw that compared to like the Death Valley and Red Tide, we saw aliens had a lot to do with growing our technology, which I would have said that theory will be more connected to season Apocalypse, which is season 8. That would have been a better connection, I would say, but still, then that's still a better, because if that were to be a connection, you would have to explain how the Blood Red Moon is connected to the Scavenge, which is count as the first Supreme that Ryan Murphy mentioned, because she started praying to the old gods. Or you could come up with an idea where the old gods are the aliens, and the aliens have witch and magical powers, thus making the Lady Gaga character, the Scavenge, having the power of the first Supreme. Or that could be the first specimen from what they were mentioning in double feature, the perfect species. Maybe she wasn't part of this person's perfect species, and from then she had to, you know, grow out from that. The last theory that he came up with, the what if theory, was that what if Chanel Dale Brunt from Scream Queens and Madison Montgomery are related? I would think about that. I would like to see, you know, that would have been like she has like a twin, and based on the twin, you know, but I would see. But nevertheless, you had such amazing standout. I think 2 out of them I really liked it. And, you know, special shout out for the Ninja projects. I think you had some phenomenal ideas, and I say keep up the good work. You know, I would love one day we could sit down and discuss what do you think the future seasons might be, because I think you have such brilliant ideas that I think those 2 stand out to me. Especially, there's a lot of connections that American Horses should start bringing out to start making the connection, because if they said that all the seasons are tied, they should start showing how the seasons start winding down and tying together. So this was the first episode of the American Horror Story series of mine, which is titled What If. So if you like that, you guys could get shout out every week. Just make sure you subscribe and leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys soon.